Alright, so I am back, and today we're going to take a look at the... What is this thing? Legends? I totally having a moment. I'm not remembering what this one is. It's the newest leader class Starscream figure from Hasbro. I think it's Legends, like Transformer Legends. Legacy. It's the Legacy line. Blah. So this is the same line that the Motormaster comes from. So he's a leader class figure now, even though he's still a Voyager class figure. So here he is out of the box. I don't have the original to kind of compare. I do know these pieces here are painted silver. These pieces here aren't painted, but they were on the original. But overall, it's the same figure as the Earthrise Starscream, with the exception of the hands. So the hands here, the difference here is that they can open and close. It's such a small difference, but it actually, I gotta say, I appreciate it. I do. Rather than just having the standard, peg hands, you actually get a little bit more character out of these hands. And they scaled them fairly well to the figure, so they don't look like small or large or goofy or something like that. They just look like regular robot hands, so no problem there. Let's go over posability real quick, and then we'll go over all the accessory he comes with, because that's the real selling point here. So the head is on a ball peg, so you get the left, the right, little up, little down, shoulders, universals, up, down, out, bicep swivel, hinges at the elbow. There's technically, is there 2 inches? No, just the one. And then the hand does flip up. It doesn't really lock in very well. Fingers open and close. Null rays are on 5mm ports. Nothing at the waist. Hip skirts do get up out of the way, so you can get the leg up to there. Back to there. Out to the side. Thigh swivel. Bends at the knee. Rocker. And he's got a toe tilt and a heel tilt, so you can kind of make it work. The only and the wings, they just friction up. Nothing really tabs them into place, but they look better than something else we'll look at in the near future. And then they hinge here as well to kind of just get those out of the way. The only real eyesore on this figure is they decided, here it's got something engraved in the side of the plastic. I don't mind that. It's 13221, so I don't know if that's the mold number or something like that, but that's just kind of engraved on the side. I don't mind that. But the purple here that's very visible is a little strange. Other than that, it's pretty much the same as the Earthrise one, so it's a great updated version of the Starscream mold, or of the Starscream character. We got the Tetrajet type looking thing from from Siege, which I hated, and then we got the Seekers from Earthrise, which half of them were exclusives, or more than half of them were exclusives. They were all bitch to get, and I think that was a really, really big mistake of them to do it that way. The Ramjet might get a reissue soon, but it's like to me it's past that point of no return. They put the Skywarp and Thundercracker as exclusives to Target, I believe, or no, Amazon. No, I can't remember. I think it was Target, and then some of the e-tailers were able to get some. Then Thrust was a Target exclusive, and then the Ramjet and Dirge were Amazon exclusives, which sold out way too quick. And then so rather than getting somebody that we were missing, we got this guy again. And now at the leader class price point, I don't know how much he originally cost. This was on clearance for $40. So, I mean, $40 for a $30 Voyager. You know, that's pretty steep there. So yeah, let's go over what he comes with. So he comes with the two null rays. And they're, you know, your base plastic, gray, null rays, nothing fancy. And then he also comes with these null rays that go with the shoulder pads. Now these ones are this blue plastic, and they painted the entire null ray, and they look really nice paint-wise. I mean, obviously there's some slop on the peg itself, but you know, who cares? It's going to get covered up. But it's just kind of like, couldn't they have given this a little fit? I mean, for the price point, couldn't they have given a finish on the whole figure? I mean, this looks great, especially, you know, it going over the blue here, and the entire thing is painted, even the little crevices, and there's not a flaw on the null ray itself, just on the handles. It's just kind of a bummer. Like, what the heck? He also comes with the crown, again with the blue plastic. I'm guessing the blue plastic was all cast with the hands too. So this is all painted gold with the red tips. Overall, looks pretty good. Got a little red outside the line here. It's stuck on there. Overall, looks pretty good. Comes with two shoulder pads, pretty much identical front and back. He comes with the cape and a throne. And it's a pretty nice little throne here. I believe you can tab a lot of the accessories onto the back here. So you can just like plug this in if you want. You can take the null rays and plug those in. Looks like you can take these and slot them in down here. It looks like it's going to take a little work to do it, especially with my big fat fingers. So they slide in there. There's these pegs on the back here. They'll plug into those holes. It's kind of hard to do, and I'm guessing you could take the cape and just plug that into the side here. So there's your throne. I wish they would have like done something with the Decepticon logo there, just to kind of make it pop a little bit more. You can take Starscream here, and just set them up in there. And I mean, it looks alright. Let's try the Siege Megatron. See if he sits in there better. Yes, he does. So if you've got Siege Megatron and you've been wanting to give him a throne, here you go. And I'm sure Galvatron would probably fit in there as well. I don't have him, and I'm not buying him, so don't ask. So yeah, there's that. And then let's get him decked out with all his stuff, so you can kind of see what that looks like as well. So the cape has a hinge here and here, obviously, so you can fold it up so it's more stationary, and then you can fold it out so it's like more flowing. So let's start off with the shoulder pads. And the way the shoulder pads work is, so you got this purple peg here, and this will plug into the shoulder here. And then you have this pink slot here that the null rays will plug into. The regular ones won't really fit in here. See? It's kind of like at a weird angle, so it doesn't really work. Whereas these ones, because they have a shorter top section here, it fits in there better. tab that in, just like that. Then you can take this and plug it into the shoulder, like that. There you go. That will just come down to the side. Do the same thing on the other one. And the dog is snoring in the background in case you guys can hear it. Alright, so there's the shoulder pads on. Tab on the crown. Just like so. And then you can take the cape here, and this will just plug into the back here. So to do stationary, you just kind of plug it in, and there you go. And then if you want to have it flowing out or something like that, you can do that as well. So yeah, all in all, let me get this back to stationary. We can do a size comparison here real quick. So here he is with the Siege Megatron. So you see how he looks there. The Megatron's still a little bit taller, of course, which is cool. The scale between him and Megatron is correct. It's always been correct. And then null rays, you can just plug these back here, just for safekeeping. But, so, I mean, ultimately, especially if you already have the Starscream. If you already have this Starscream and you spend in the $50-something, I don't know. I don't, my phone's over there. But I don't know. It's at least $50 for the later classes figures now. $50, $60, I think. And if you already have the Starscream, basically you're just paying for the Coronation kit and the throne. It's not worth it. I can easily tell you without a shadow of doubt, it's not worth that kind of price, especially if you already have the Starscream. If you don't have the Starscream, and you're like me, and you're able to find it on clearance at Walmart, like I said, I spent $40 on it. So essentially, Voyagers these days are about $30, right? So the Coronation kit and the throne cost me an extra $10. That is worth it. So that is my recommendations. If you don't have this, and if you don't have the Starscream, and you find it on clearance, then yes, it is worth it. I would rate it. I'd rate it a 10 out of 10 at that price point. If you don't have this and you buy it at full price, probably give it an 8 out of 10. Just because that is pretty steep for. I mean, you're getting. Just a couple pieces of plastic and a throne. The throne's nice, but it's also very plain. Nothing really to write home about there. And then if you have the Starscream already, and then you want to buy it at full price, I'd give it a 3 out of 10. So there's my different scoring. It goes from really, I highly recommend it to I wouldn't buy this. If I already had the Starscream, I would not have bought this. I mean, there's zero reason. I mean, the retooled hands and the extra pieces is not worth the full price. On top of already having the mold. So yeah. I mean, yeah. Like I said, if you don't have it and you see it on clearance, then yeah, definitely pick it up. I recommend it. It's a fun little kit. The figure itself, the Starscream mold has always been. This has been a good mold, so I kind of wish we would get some more uses out of the mold. It's just like I said, it bothers me that the actual characters were so hard to get. Dirge, Thrust, Skywarp, Thundercracker, Ramjet. They're so hard to get, and then they do things like they do the G2 version, which is available on Hasbro Pulse, and it's like those things of the Ramjet, and it's like that thing wasn't moving, and it's like they really should have saved those exclusives for things like Acid Storm, like, you know, imagine if they had a 3-pack with the Rainmakers, you know, or a Coronation kit like this, but it comes with Sunstorm instead, but it comes with the Starscream bits as well. You know, like, that would have been cool. Like, I mean, I would highly recommend it if this was a Sunstorm figure, even if you have the Starscream mold. Like, sweet, you know, like, let's get these repaints in there and give it so that they have accessories to give to the characters that you already have. That would be a double whammy. Like, one, I'm getting a character I don't have, and two, I'm getting the Coronation kit for Starscream. That's the way I would have done it. I think, you know, just reissuing this guy with new hands is just stupid. You know, it's just a stupid ploy to sell this mold again, and it's like, this is why it's going on clearance too. It's because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are like, I already have this mold. I have this exact figure pretty much. I don't need to buy a second one just for this. So yeah, it's like, yeah, if they would have done standard release for the rest of the Seekers, done exclusives for like Rainmakers, G2 versions, stuff like that, and then done like Coronation kit Sunstorm with Starscream bits, I think they would have been selling a lot more of these units. I mean, they would be rotating them out quick. I mean, hell, I'd probably have a full row of Seekers, even though I'm collecting MP. I'd probably have a full row of Seekers just because. So as it sits now, I'm probably going to switch him out as my standard size comparison for Chug instead of Megatron, just because I never really liked this Megatron. I mean, this Megatron's good. The Earthrise one's worse. It's, you know, it's fine. I don't think it has aged very well. I don't know if I'll do a how are they holding up video on him, but this definitely, you know, at least it's good to look at. So yeah, I guess that's all I got.